gentlemen, welcome to the wedding of Claire and Ryan Hicks. My name's, well, depending on how you know me, could be Dan, Danny, Hicksy, Chips,
Daniel.
the people at the back, Chris Moyles. But today I am the best man. First of all, I'd like to apologise if I get a little bit emotional. When I first reading this in my kitchen, I cried like a bitch. So hopefully, a little bit better today. I'm so chuffed to be standing here today giving a speech about my big brother. Now, when I was asked to do a best man speech, I believe I did what all best men do, and that is go online and look up how to do a speech. So I turned on my laptop, opened up the web, and tried to search for tips. So Google recommended me a slightly different word, after 25 minutes of cardio, a few tissues and a little bit of a nap. I found a different side to explain how to do my speech. So introduce yourself, done. Make a slight joke, done. So next, compliment the bride and the bridesmaids. All the bridesmaids look absolutely beautiful, don't they? They've been with Claire all morning, helping to get ready, and I'm sure you'll agree have done an amazing job.
Yay.
Okay, on to the bride. I'm sure you'll agree Claire looks absolutely amazing today.
Woohoo!
I'm not sure why she's got a little bit of a glow. Ryan is such a lucky guy, and I would like to welcome Claire into the Hicks family with open arms. Even though I've known her for about 15 years, she's already been part of the family since then. On the website it says you're not to mention the bride too much, but I'm going to go a bit further. I remember the first time I saw Claire. I was playing in the back garden at home when Ryan came bursting through the back gate. "Mate," he said, "you should see this bird that's moved in at the top of the road." So I got on my bike and I went to see. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but standing there was one of the sexiest person I've ever seen. A slight tan, boobs busting out of the top, short leather skirt on, just stunning. Anyway, this woman had a daughter and her name was and obviously Ryan became very fond of her, which is the reason we're here today. Okay, brides and bridesmaids done, on to the next thing, introducing the groom. On the 26th of March 1984, Ryan Leslie Hicks was the firstborn child of Alan and Gail. He was a cheerful little boy and they loved him dearly, but deep down his parents knew they could do better. Just over 2 years later, they had a better looking, taller, a little bit fatter boy. As these boys grew up, they went from being best friends to worst enemies and back again. In 1990, we moved in with our mum and stepdad and had a baby sister, Natalie. We all spent so much time together as kids, being on a slip and slide in the garden, on our bikes, ice skating, on the trains with our granddad, or on family holidays in Wales with my mum and stepdad, Eric, or in Weston with my dad. Ryan has many special traits. He's funny, always willing to help if you have a problem, but his biggest trait is somehow managing to find out how to exactly push your buttons, then continuously doing that thing. When we were teenagers, he had a thing about putting objects in my bed. Shoes, coat hangers, remotes. One time he put in an open bottle of shower gel, which, when I ran in and jumped on my bed, squirted all over my sheets. Try explaining the sticky substance on your sheets to your mum. Thanks, Ryan. Okay, according to the website, I'm to tell you how I met the groom, but I think that's pretty obvious. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about our teenage years. So in our teenage years, we shared a room together. This led to a few unfortunate incidents. A few holes in doors, a few punches thrown, hitting each other WWF style with a steel stool that we had in our room. But once, accidentally after breaking his prized possession, his Lego, he decided to pick up my guitar and punch a hole in the back of it. Oh well, I hear you say, at least you probably got a new guitar out of it. Well, not quite. He somehow managed to nail or glue a piece of wood to the back of it. It seemed to please my mum, and even though it didn't sound the same, it gave me splinters in my armpit, I didn't get a new one. Since moving out of our room into a house with Claire, mine and Ryan's relationship has blossomed. Other than the occasional shoe in my bed. And I'm sure my sister will agree he's turned into the best big brother anyone could wish for. He's taught me so many life lessons. Taught me how to shave, how to do a wheelie on a bike. He also showed me, even though he must have hated it, how to kick a football, how to warm up and to do some skills. But I think the best thing he showed me, like our dad who's sitting here, is to not take anything too seriously. Enjoy every moment you can, even if it may be difficult. Okay, introduction done. According to the website, it's now time for an embarrassing story. Now, trying to find an embarrassing story about Ryan is really difficult. As people are aware, Ryan doesn't like to stand out from a crowd too much and doesn't do anything too crazy. But I remember this day like it was yesterday. I believe it started with a row between Claire and Ryan. Ryan had obviously done something that was bang out of order, as Claire wouldn't row over anything small. So Ryan decided to go out for a few beers. So me, him and a few of his mates that were at the back went to the Gloucester Green in Aston, as it had just been refurbed. After a few beers, Ryan, on self-destruct mode at this point, called out for shots. Knowing Ryan can't handle his drink, I tried to steer him towards the apple sours or the corkies, but he was on a mission. He called for the red aftershock. After drinking the bar dry, red aftershock, he decided he wasn't significantly done over. So we got talking to some Asian gentlemen, and after a few minutes he went outside and sat in the car with them. Now I don't know what they were doing in there, but I believe they were showing him a dry ice collection. There was a lot of smoke coming from the windows. After a few minutes he walked back into the car and was a lot paler than usual. As pale as a newborn fish. I swear I could see his heart beating through his chest. He sat down on the brand new sofas and was immediately and quite violently sick. Due to this, we were politely asked to leave. We somehow managed to get him home after a few stops. As soon as we got him home, I undressed him. I put him into bed. Oh, Dan! I heard him shout. So I grabbed Mum's washing up bowl and dived in front of his face, saving the luminous red sick from going all over the floor. Unfortunately for me, the velocity of the sick was so strong that it hit the bottom of the bowl and bounced up onto my chest. Not nice after all. So after showering myself several times, I went back to the room and looked after him all night. I'm glad this is no longer my job, so Claire, welcome to the family. It's now your duty to look after him. According to the website, I need to finish everything off with a toast. Researching for this speech, I came across a famous quote. Marriage is not about finding a person you can live with. It's about finding a person you can't live without. And I think nothing typifies Ryan and Claire more perfectly than that. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please raise your glasses, the bride and groom, Mrs. Claire and Ryan Hicks. Thank you.
Well done.
Podcast for later.